Hey there, fellow soil lovers. If you've been following along here at Grow with Soil, you know I'm always looking for ways to work smarter, not harder, in the garden. Today, I want to talk about one of my absolute favorite techniques that completely transformed how I approach new garden beds and problem areas: sheet mulching with cardboard. And trust me, this goes way beyond just tossing some boxes on the ground and calling it composting. When I first heard about sheet mulching, I'll be honest, I thought it sounded too simple to actually work. Cardboard? Really? But after years of using this method, I can tell you it's become my secret weapon for building incredibly rich, living soil while simultaneously solving some of gardening's most annoying problems. After years of experimentation, I've refined my approach, and I want to share exactly what works. First, don't waste time pulling weeds or tilling. Seriously. Mow or cut everything down as close to the ground as possible, but leave those roots in place. They're gonna decompose and add organic matter while creating channels in your soil. Next, water the area thoroughly. This is crucial and often overlooked. You want that soil moist before the cardboard goes down, because once it's covered, it's harder to get water to penetrate initially. A really good soaking sets you up for success. Now for the cardboard layer. Use plain cardboard only. No glossy prints, no wax coating, and remove all tape and labels. I overlap my pieces by at least 6 inches, because gaps are where weeds will find their opportunity. For really persistent weeds like bindweed or Bermuda grass, I'll double up the cardboard layer. Get it wet as you lay it down. I mean really wet, almost soggy. This helps it conform to the ground and starts the decomposition process immediately. Here's where it gets really interesting. On top of that cardboard, I add a thick layer of compost, at least 3 to 4 inches. Then I top everything with a chunky mulch layer, wood chips, straw or shredded leaves, another 4 to 6 inches deep. This top layer holds moisture, continues feeding the soil as it breaks down, and gives you that finished, professional look. Sheet mulching shines in specific situations, and knowing when to deploy it makes all the difference. I use this method when I'm converting lawn to garden beds, which is probably its most famous application, but I also use it to reclaim overgrown areas, to rehabilitate depleted soil in existing beds, and to create pathways that suppress weeds naturally. Timing matters more than most people realize. Fall is my favorite time for sheet mulching because you're giving everything months to break down before spring planting. The cardboard will be mostly decomposed by the time you're ready to plant, and your soil will be incredibly alive. However, if you need to plant immediately, you can create planting pockets by cutting X's through the cardboard and planting directly into the layers beneath. One place I don't recommend sheet mulching is in areas with severe drainage issues. The cardboard can temporarily worsen drainage problems until it begins breaking down. Fix your drainage first, then sheet mulch. Let me save you from the mistakes I made when I started. The biggest error is not using enough cardboard or mulch. If you can see through your cardboard layer, or if your mulch is less than 3 inches deep, you're probably going to have weed breakthrough. Be generous. Another issue I see constantly is people using cardboard with plastic tape still attached, or boxes with heavy ink coverage. That plastic isn't going anywhere, and while most soy-based inks are fine, heavily printed cardboard breaks down slower. Stick with plain boxes when possible. Don't forget to water thoroughly after installation and monitor moisture levels for the first month. If your cardboard dries out completely before it starts decomposing, it can actually repel water and create a hydrophobic layer. A quick check every week or so during dry periods will prevent this problem. This is where sheet mulching really proves its worth. In year 1, you're getting weed suppression and starting soil building. By year 2, your soil structure has dramatically improved. It's darker, crumblier, and full of life. By year 3, you have soil that rivals anything you could have built with traditional methods, except you did it while growing food and flowers the whole time. I have beds that I sheet mulched 5 years ago, and the soil quality is still improving. The key is continuing to add organic matter on top, more compost, more mulch, keeping that cycle of decomposition and soil building going. You're not just making a one-time improvement, you're establishing a regenerative system. So, there you have it. Sheet mulching with cardboard is so much more than basic composting. It's a complete soil transformation system that works with nature's processes instead of against them. If you found this helpful, Make sure to subscribe to Grow with Soil for more in-depth gardening techniques that actually work. Share this with your gardening friends who are tired of fighting weeds and dealing with poor soil. Let's grow better gardens together, one cardboard box at a time.